Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of Nostalgia Bait.
Yep.
We are here for Shoot the Shit 6 maybe by this
I
point.
don't think we're counting anymore. I think it's
somewhere
it's a nice
along there.
subcategory of episodes
Yeah.
where we actually don't have a structure or plan. And you know what? I start to look forward to these now. Initially it was like,
I enjoy it. So
we've got no ideas. Fuck, what are we gonna do? And now it's just like, yeah,
just
cool.
like, yeah, let's just have a catch up. I feel like
Yeah.
I've finished work now, so I think it's time that we just have a nice little catch up episode.
Yeah.
Get back in the swing of things. So yeah. How have you been? Anything
been all right.
major going on?
I've been ill.
But
the
ill
weekend of
because of
recording.
body illness.
Yeah. Did a really funny live stream last Tuesday, which was the Doctor Who after party.
I need to watch this VOD on YouTube.
So
cut down version that
do you know what it is? Like the after
I'd never
party?
heard of it until I saw you starting to talk about it and
It's
stuff.
one of those like niche things. It's like after the 50th aired, they did like a live BBC thing, and it was like an hour long, and they try to make it like a live celebration of Doctor Who, and it's just dog shit. Like it's just so bad. Like it's terrible. But
like corny, ironic bad, or just bad.
Like terribly organized, badly practiced, and just really misinformed as to what it should be. Like there's loads of the old companions there, and they're just kind of sat there. They don't really interview them, but they spend time talking to like doing like random video links and stuff. It's really weird, but that was a lot of fun. So despite being ill, that was good. What else am I doing? I don't know, man. So much YouTube stuff, and I'm trying to feel the motivation into film stuff.
Talking of streaming, I have kind of, with me finishing work and being off, I've kind of had a little bit of an itch.
Oh,
to
God, you've got to do it. Got to do it.
I was telling George before, I'm playing Elden Ring again, and like I hate myself when I play Elden Ring, so it is quite entertaining at times. So I've been thinking about it this week with finishing work. I was like, maybe
God, I would love
when
to
I'm
see
off
that.
work we do like a little like because I've got the setup to do it. So
yeah, Christ, I mean for the podcast, you basically, thanks to the podcast,
I have an entire
you've invested in like mic, you've got a camera set up now,
I have everything. So it's I've been thinking about maybe diving into it a little bit, like maybe doing like a Wednesday stream here and there.
Yeah.
Let us know let me know if
it's not to do with me.
You
I'm
be interested to watch. I was thinking about it. We can have some game suggestions and stuff. Like I'd like to do Elden Ring because it's a good game.
You're way more of a gamer than me, and I'm the one who's streaming. It sort of doesn't make sense, really.
We'll run some
like
zombies.
I get. Well, I was thinking it the other day because you came out and were like, I like immediately just bought like the Insane trilogy because it was like 90% off on Steam. I'm like,
absolutely.
Well, that's a good one. I didn't reply in the end, but I was gonna be like, Twitch.
Yeah,
go on Twitch.
I played them before. It was a lot. It was when it first came out that I last played them. But that's a good.
When I got it, and I think you came round to mine and played a bit of it. Yeah,
I've got it on Switch as well. I've got it on Switch.
I've got it on Xbox and Switch.
Yeah. But it's like summer Steam sale, man. Summer Steam sale. That's the greatest time.
Yeah, it is.
Greatest time.
You know what? I'm not a PC gamer.
Yeah,
and like I just have never really been. I guess I've played like Gary's Mod and Minecraft, but like I've played some PC games. Like I love Half-Life. I love Portal. I love like those games. But I can't. I think because I can't remember what it was. I think it was when I was in uni. I think one of the lecturers said once it was like something along the lines of like you can have a PC that's built for editing and for like Adobe, right? And you can have a PC that's built for gaming. You can't have a PC that's built for both because
that's why
there are fundamental differences. So I'm sort of like, oh God, like there's a part of my brain where I'm like, if I install too many games, I'm not going to be able to edit anymore. I don't know.
This is why you do the genius idea of you just get two computers. you just do what I did and
Cooper, I've got a mortgage.
Get a second computer. That's true. Yeah. I bought a second. Well, my second computer, like the one that I record on the computer, but I don't edit on the computer because cabling and where that position, the PC position,
good.
is just
You've got it worked out. I'd love to do that. I need to upgrade my PC because at the minute it keeps telling me that it's not going to get upgraded to Windows 11 in the current state because it needs to have physical hardware upgrades.
I'm not gonna lie, Windows 11 kind of bangs, you know.
No, I love Windows 11. I've got it on my work PC. It's better than Windows 10.
But everyone said it was ass. But it came with, when I bought my new computer, it was like already installed. But I'm not gonna lie, it's so good. Windows 11. It's great. Smooth. I like where everything is. It looks good.
Probably the most boring conversation we've ever had in a podcast.
Yeah,
though.
welcome to.
But I agree. Windows 11 is better. I just need hardware upgrades for my PC. This is a dull conversation.
This is a dull conversation. But yeah, like with me finishing work now, I've been trying to play more games and get back in it because it's like.
I'd like you to start streaming. That'd be really cool. I don't know if I'd be able to tune into half of them, but yeah.
Like with me being away for like 4 months, not having my computer, it's been like, it's like I can play for like 2 hours on a weekend. That's like all I get. So there's so many games. Like I bought Expedition 33. There's a new Elden Ring Night Rain game coming out. Like that's just come out. Like there's loads of other stuff that's come out that I just haven't got around to playing. I bought the new Assassin's Creed. Haven't got around to playing it.
But this is why I started streaming. I know it sounds daft, but like I was like. Genuinely, like I love video games. I was like, I didn't give myself the time to play video games because I'd always focus on being more productive, right? So like, if I then by doing Twitch, it's like, well, I'm actually giving myself 2.5 hours, 3 hours on a Tuesday evening to play a video game and just have fun with it without the responsibility of needing to make content. Like, well, it is content, so it's like I don't feel that guilt. I'm sort of just enjoying it. I never would have played The Last of Us had it not been for Twitch. So I'm glad for that. But yeah, I think it's the same mentality. I'd back you on that. We'll get you a little, a little subsection in the Discord server.
It'd be great. Like I've thought about it for a long time, and Twitch is like I never grew up watching Twitch, but there's a handful of streamers and mainly YouTubers who also do Twitch that I watch, like lockdown, like COVID time, like binge watching and just watching them day in, day out. Like, and I enjoy the mentality more of Twitch. I enjoy the chat side of it. I enjoy like the community side of it. So you never know.
Maybe like the on-screen reactions and like commands and like how customizable you can make it. Like it's a lot of work to set up, but when it's done, like damn, it's fun. Like the Gordon Ramsay reacts that I had in my like last stream, like that's ridiculous, and it's all like fan led. Is like people engage with your streams a lot more when they feel like they can actually interact with it and not just comment, but like you're actually being affected by what's they're doing. And I think that's it makes it a way more interactive experience, and I love that. I love raids, I love all that sort of shit. Like it's a great platform, and the fact that I still stream on there and not YouTube, despite the fact that I have a YouTube following, I think tells you everything. Like it is just fun to kind of start.
I quite like that you do your YouTube stuff on like your YouTube streams on YouTube, but then you separate it with gaming on Twitch. Like I quite like that you do that, if that makes sense.
It's a way of going, follow me on this platform. So like if I ever initially it was way back when it was like, well, if I ever stop doing YouTube for a bit, then you'll be following me on here, so you'll know I'm doing this. But it also separates it just in the eyes of like, okay, this is the place I play video games, and this is the place I talk about Doctor Who, right? Yeah, it's like it just gives you a distinction. So if people want to see the Doctor Who stuff, they're not going to accidentally get video games and then just never tune in and take the risk. But then also it's like if people want video games and Doctor Who, it's like they know they can kind of follow on from a Twitch stream. Yeah, but that's how YouTube got back up. Like I started ages ago, I would just do Twitch. I just did Twitch for like a year, for like consistently on Tuesdays. And then I started doing a little Doctor Who pre-stream for like half an hour on YouTube, which would then lead into Twitch. And it's basically just to go, hey guys, I still exist. I'm talking about Doctor Who. Come and watch me on Twitch for 2.5 hours. And then I just started getting back into Doctor Who and then making those streams more of a thing. The Who Bulletin, branding it. And then now it's like, I get an hour and a half on Doctor Who, and then now we get 2.5 hours, 3 hour on Twitch, and that's like a much longer evening, but way more fulfilling in terms of the content that people want to see, whether they're there for Doctor Who, whether they're for video games, or whether they're for all of it. It's great. I thoroughly enjoy it, and the separation is good. I would actively encourage you to do Twitch. I think you'd love it. I think it's hard.
We'll see.
Starting it. It's hard starting it, but
that's the thing. I'm not doing it. Like I just kind of want to do it for the crack. Like it's just a little bit of a pastime. Like I sit here and play games anyway. It would be nice to interact with people. Like maybe show. Like maybe
it's hard to
follow
build that.
George from Doctor Who don't play like aren't much of gamers.
But there are. You'd be surprised.
Like the games that I recommend you, that you really wouldn't play. It gives me an opportunity to play them myself. Like there's a lot of games I recommended you that you're like, yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. But it would give me a place to do them and an excuse to play them.
I'd encourage it. It's hard to build out an audience to start with. It's hard to build up an active audience, and you have to get used to sitting by yourself and talking to a camera.
Yeah.
Or not. You can just play and just have it streaming and just remember. You have to just remember that you're on live. So there's that. But I think it's really fun. I find it really rewarding and honestly quite relaxing just to kind of have your shut off time and just kind of play. But yeah, no, I love that. I think I'm trying to balance all my personal projects at the minute, and that's just like crazy. I think I'm spending a lot of time back on YouTube again, and along with the podcast and then streaming. And at the back of my mind, there's that little itch of, you have a film to make, George. And I'm like, yeah, I know, like, it'll happen. Just give me time. But yeah, which I don't know. It's one of those. It's one of those things where it's like I'm not going to talk about it, but then I'm like,
your life is busy. Your life is so busy.
I have
every time I speak to you, I feel like you've got something new going on.
I can
whether it's bigger YouTube projects.
I can sit on my fat ass and do nothing when I'm 40. Like now is the time to be productive and frantically we're in a world where everyone is online. Everyone is terminally fucking online. Everyone's making content all the time. They're making content. They're making art. They're making music. They're making do whatever they do, right? It's like a much harder industry to break into, whatever industry that is now creatively.
Yeah.
So it's like, look, I'm putting my work in. I'm putting my graft in, and if it doesn't pay off, then great, fine. But if it does, then fantastic. Yeah. I've said before, the whole thing with YouTube and stuff is like, I do enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy it. And I think that, like, especially when it comes to making a film, it's nice to have people who follow you to be able to back it and to be able to, like, be excited for it. Because there's nothing worse than making a film and putting, like, actual money into it and then going, it's done. Can't wait to share that with I've got no audience. No one wants to see this. No one cares.
Like when Small Talks came out, like that was massive. Like on your channel.
It did
like,
well.
I
said before, it really pleasantly surprised me how well that did. And that made me really happy because it was something that I was just wanting to get out there. I was like, I'm done with this now. I'm so tired of this. I want to get it out there, and people really connected with it. And people liked it, people didn't like it, people had opinions. And I love that because it's like, Christ, people are interacting with something I've made as a medium of art and are engaging with it. And that's very exciting. But yeah. I think by this point, I like to think by this point, by the time this episode comes out, like, the film I'm working on now should be fucking announced and have a fundraiser.
Yeah. Yeah, probably, yeah.
But it's not yet, so I don't know. It's hard to tell.
For recording? Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah, we need to sit down at some point and discuss when once I've kind of back fully and I'm sorted and life has calmed down, we can sit down and instead of recording have an actual conversation about projects and other things.
Yeah, that would be good. I feel like we've got a couple of things on the go as well outside of the podcast.
Yeah.
See, you're as busy as I am, really.
That is true, yeah. Like, I've finished work, and I feel like I'm stepping into just a whole other kettle of fish, like,
but you're
phone
not,
calls about potential work, like,
but you're not under, like,
I'm not
any
full time,
with any sort of fun projects.
I'm not working, I'm not working Monday to Friday now, like, it's, like, it'll be the odd day here and there, but it's nice to be able to, do my own things that don't, like my work never feels like work anyway, but it is not really work, if that makes sense. Like the projects with you, like isn't work. The podcast isn't work. Like you'd never ever say, like, if that makes sense.
I'm glad that a year and a half in it doesn't yet feel like work, because I feel there's a point that there can come a point where with any creative project like this, when it's consistency and it's every week, that it could feel like work. I think that's valid.
Don't get me wrong. There are times when I have to sit and record and I'm like, I cannot be fucked to do this. But that's not every time. So, no, it's usually the edits that I'm more like, I just can't be fucked. Like,
that's valid though. That's valid. That's why, like, when there was a big patch where I gave you just like a break because I just did like 4 or 5 episodes in a row.
Yeah, it's not like it's not every week. Like, there's just sometimes you just like, you just got to get it done. That's why you get used to editing in 1.5 times speed. and sometimes 2 times speed if we've recorded the same day. So we just see how it goes.
But I think for the most part, like the more we do it, and the better the recordings are, like the less you have to do. Like you're not doing as much. Like I remember way back when we were talking about like how much I would be like breathing into the mic. I feel like I don't do that as much anymore. I hope.
Honestly, it's night and day. It's night and day from when the sniffs from when we first started.
And I've been doing YouTube for like what 12 years.
Yeah.
So it's like
and it takes for someone else to go. Yeah. Because it's something you probably don't pick up on. Yeah. But for me, it was like.
Yeah. But like I've built into my like subconscious now of like when I'm recording podcasts very differently to how I do anything else, whether it's streaming or whatever. Like my breaths are intentionally quieter and or more strategic, and I'm not breathing like into the mic. Like it's interesting though, isn't it? I think like it would be so interesting to go back, I think, at some point and watch our first episode and like commentate it.
Yeah, it would be
hard
great.
to do, but I think it would be fun because I think it'd be really interesting to see how we record.
Be a great idea if we did a live episode where we could pause it together and discuss over it. I'd like to do that. For an 100th or something, because
we
as much as we joke about it, we are rapidly approaching the 100th episode. That's kind of
crazy. I was talking about this morning. It's like the fact that we're now past episode 70 is crazy. And
it is crazy.
I think we get our plaudits for the dedication. Honestly, like everyone I speak to about it, it's like, I can't believe you've done it for like a year and a half and not took a week off.
It's the most dedicated. It's the most consistent and dedicated I've been to anything in my life. I think.
Same. I don't think maybe my streams, but I think I've actually taken like weeks off streams before. So I think nostalgia bait is the one thing consistently that I think we've both kept up. Whether we're on holiday, whether we're like, even if we're not able to do like the standard stuff like the tweets and the promotions and stuff, like I think we've been absolutely on it, and like I'm very happy with that. Yeah.
No matter what, whether we are like away, no service, like you don't see much on Twitter from us in general, at 10 a.m. every Thursday, there has been somewhat an episode here or there, whether it was a 2 minutes
even
faster,
if we don't promote it, like it's there, it's on Spotify, it's on
there.
YouTube, like we'll have an episode ready. And I think definitely like there is not a point this year, I don't think, where we've almost missed the deadline. I think we've definitely built up a new consistency. We used to be delivering episodes like sometimes the morning,
the night before,
like it would be crazy. Whereas now it's like, we were like 4
weeks in advance at one point.
Well, it's because of your work schedule as well. So I'll be interested to see how that works now. But like, we'd be getting episodes up on Sunday evenings, and like I'd add the thumbnail art and the metadata, and then it'd be out by Thursday. Like we don't have to even think about it. Like it will just be going out. Be nice to wake up on a Thursday morning and go, oh yeah, that's going out today. I'll just get a tweet ready.
Mate, honestly, that's what it was like for work with me. Like I would be out on location, like manic morning.
Yeah, what is that?
And then it
like,
would start.
actually?
It would start. Oh mate, it's crazy. Like I get to set like the earliest I've been in this job is like 6:30, 6:45. Starting work. Like manic morning, crew arriving, cast arriving, making sure everything's fine, easy ups up, all this kind of jazz, and then it starts to like calm down a little bit. You'll finish the first scene, and then they'll be like, okay, we're gonna block the next scene. Cast can step off, crew can relax for a bit, and I'll pick my phone up for the first time, and I'll have like a YouTube notification and the Twitter notification. I'll be like, oh shit, yeah, it's Thursday.
Yeah. That's so fun.
Like genuinely, there's been so many times where I've completely like when it's busy, like really busy locations, I will just, and I think with uploading them so far in advance, like on the Sunday. Like, and I kind of pass the reins over to you for that. It does, like, it does just pass my mind that I have done this the weekend before.
Because you get the pressure of obviously doing the edit.
Yeah.
But once you upload that, then there's nothing on your end responsibility wise. You're happy hell,
I've had a crazy week. You're like, I've had a crazy week at work. Like, I've had a location every day, fucking 6:30 slots every day. And you're like, I fucking edited, recorded, and did all this podcast shit at the weekend as well. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'd never give it up. Like, I love it so much. Like,
this is lovely to hear, because I didn't know. I think when you start a project like this, you never know how long it's going to last. In my mind, I always said, what did I say? I said I wanted to get more episodes than Spill Your Beans. That's all I was sort of aiming for, was like, if I can make it a more consistent and whatever podcast than that. Spill Your Beans had like 30 episodes. We've doubled that.
Yeah,
and some
over doubled,
and that's crazy. And we're well on our way to 100. And like I love this podcast, and I'm
and I don't think we'd stop. I'd like thought about this. Like we are busy. Like we are busy people. Like saying work projects, whatever. Like I don't think
Nostalgia Bit is that big of a strain on my life though.
Yeah,
I think it's very
not at all
simple. Yeah,
like I would. Like I don't think we'd ever stop. Like I think if it became too much and we were like, we need to loosen the load, like we would never just be like, okay guys, we're done, we're going to take a break. I think we'd come up with some other schedule, like whether it's bi-weekly, whether it's
we just do like bi-weekly, I reckon, or that'd probably be the best way to do it.
But that's not happening, guys.
It's not.
We are every week. Okay, that's not happening. But yeah, I again, we still enjoy it. Like a year and a half in, 70 episodes, whatever.
It's always like a weird reflective moment when we
something. 70.
This is aiming to be episode 72. Maybe it may not be, depending on what happens. But yeah. It's crazy.
We have more ideas and new ideas.
We've still got a list of ideas
Yeah.
that we are pulling from. There probably will come a point where we're like, we need to like change, we need to think of some good stuff here, but yeah.
Let's redo our top 5. That's the day when we redo a top 5. At what point do we redo a top 5?
I think there's got to be. I would not even thinking about that. I would not even.
I would be interested to do a retrospective one after 100. Do a retrospective for like TV shows and movies to see if anything, because I know some of mine will have shifted. I know there's some albums that would be on my top 5 now. I know there's some movies that will probably be on my top 5 now.
See, for me, it's always it's a longevity thing, and I think that my top albums, movies, TV shows are all ones because of the context that I've enjoyed them for years, as opposed to within the last year discovered something new. Now that's completely possible to happen. I don't think I've discovered a film in the last 5 years that I would say is top. I probably would readjust my TV show. I think Westworld would probably come down a little bit now.
Damn,
I think
bro.
I've grown up a little bit with that.
Mine, I think the only ones I'd consider is, and I think it's either things I hadn't seen at the time or things I just completely forgot or hadn't seen in a while. So obviously recently the live action How to Train Your Dragon came out. So me and my girlfriend have been back and watched the original 3 animated ones. That first How to Train Your Dragon movie should have been on my top 5. Like, it's criminal that it's not. And because and that's the thing, it's like, How to Train Your Dragon for me, it was the first movie I ever saw in cinema in 3D. It was like revolutionary when I first saw it. And I saw a great thing on Twitter or on TikTok or whatever it was the other day saying, like, if you watch the original How to Train Your Dragon, it makes you appreciate the scores that go along with movies.
Yes,
and I think for me, watching it as I've gotten older is something where it's like, I think it generally is one of the greatest scores for a movie ever. Like, I get emotional at some of the songs. Like, it's crazy. Like, they are the most simple scenes ever, but the music makes me emotional. I'm going to see an orchestra, the first movie with a live orchestra in Newcastle in October. And I've already said to my girlfriend, I was like, I'm pre-warning you, I'm gonna cry. It's just gonna happen. So you just have to be prepared for that. But yeah, there's a couple of things, like, I think people watching would make a very good argument to be on my top 5 potentially.
That's valid.
Number 5, because of it was debatable when we did the episode, but having seen it live and seen so many of the songs live, I think it would definitely make an argument to be on there. And I think Game of Thrones would 100% make an argument to be on my top 5 shows.
Do you think? I think
the chokehold that Game of Thrones had on me afterwards. Like, bearing in mind, I was like reading all the lore. I read the first 2 books in like 2 weeks. Like,
see, I think it
had a chokehold on me.
See, at the minute I'm rewatching Breaking Bad, and I am.
Oh yeah.
Man, like, in awe about how good this shit is. Like, it's like, I have to look at this and go like, look, Game of Thrones was good, but this is like the best TV could be. I think. Like, I don't. It's not even close for me. Like, it is.
I think it's probably just like, I love fantasy stuff. Like, I love
whereas I'm not a big fan of fantasy that traditionally. Like, for me, it's the little things that I love. Yeah.
For Game of Thrones, with me, it was like, it was the world building. And it wasn't even the fantasy side. It was the world building for me. It was like going on, and it was after we finished Game of Thrones, and I was like, and it was going back as a retrospective and looking at loads of the lore from like stuff well before the time of Game of Thrones. Like, it's that stuff that I love, and that's when I say, like, it had a chokehold on me. Like, I know I'm obsessed with something when that happens. What I did with Star Wars, what I did with so many other animes, like all that kind of stuff. That's when I'm like, okay, I am obsessed with a show, like, and that's probably why it would make an argument to be put on there.
It'd probably be the same for me. I'd have to have a look at what my top 5 TV show list was, because I don't even think...
I couldn't even tell you what my top fives were.
Doctor Who's on there somewhere, Westworld is, but...
Doctor Who was your number 1, I think?
Well, it has to be.
Yeah. My number 1 was Naruto.
Thick of It was probably up there. Thick of It's probably up there for me.
That was your number 2.
Red Dwarf was probably up there for me as well.
Yeah. Honestly, I just genuinely have to go back and have a look.
Yeah, I would have to. See, that's probably one that we could redo, because I don't remember it as much. Films, I think, are definitive. Albums, I think, are definitive.
Yeah.
But could change a little bit. But I think TV shows...
KSI would come off my top 5 albums without a doubt.
Why?
without a doubt.
Because you disagree with that now, or because...
No, it's because I've gone back and...
from everyone.
No, because I've gone back and listened to the album. Because I went back and listened to my top 5 albums after we did it, and I was like... And then having listened to more albums now, I'm more like... It's a nostalgic pick, yes, and I did say that, but it's to a point where, like... Nostalgia only holds so much weight.
Yeah.
And it's like when an album comes past that, it's just better. And I do prefer, and I do think will last the test of time. Like People Watching, like Short and Sweet. Like, I think it deserves more of a place than... And a lot of my things were nostalgia picks when we did it, but I think, again, nostalgia only holds so much weight.
Valid, yeah. Valid.
Yeah.
I think it's I don't think I've listened to an album since then that I would say probably would be in my top 5. I think Short and Sweet, and I think People Watching are brilliant albums. I think it's really hard to break into my top 5, but the only one I'd probably take off is OK Computer by Radiohead, which I think is a brilliant album, but I think is probably my nostalgic pick. It's a great album, definitively. I do feel a bit icky with, not to get into deep politics stuff, but I do feel a bit icky with Tom York's very public stances regarding ongoing conflicts, let's just say. So that makes me feel iffy listening to Radiohead anyway. And then I also think, like, I don't know, it's miserable. Radiohead songs are miserable, so it's hard to sort of go, like that. So that would probably be the only one I'd consider taking out my top 5. But yeah, we'll see if Man's Best Friend somehow manages to get up into that. We'll see. You never know.
I think I'm not getting my hopes aren't like sky high. And not saying I think it's going to be a bad album, but I think it's going to be hard to be Short and Sweet.
You have to manage your expectations. That being said, Man Child has grown on me so much that I'm like, I don't know, maybe she's cooking here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one knows by the time this episode comes out, there'll be another song from that album.
There might be, and we
time.
just don't know. Yeah, probably. It's the thing with recording in advance. Not in advance as much as the last time we did one of these was, but yeah.
Yeah, where it was completely out of date when we what you called it, when we released it.
It was kind of out of date.
It did well. It was good.
Yeah, we still talked about like stuff. You can still talk about the Minecraft movie, even though it's been months. Like, you can still... It's fine. It's just like when... It's the other things about being announced and all that sort of thing, but I think it's fine. I think this is
one
fine.
thing we did do for this episode is, which I think we've done it before, but it was very, very, very early on that we did it.
Yeah, it was a long ass time ago, and we've got
Yeah.
Definitely more of a following since then, I guess.
Yeah.
It's fair to say.
We have kind of put out a call for any questions anyone might have.
Yeah, we did a Q&A.
Whether it's about the podcast or whether it's just about life or things you might want from us. And I'm going to start with Twitter because the discussion that we've just had works very well.
Okay.
So, Adam at Grattan Adam on Twitter said, if you were stranded on a desert island and could only bring one game, one movie, and one song with you, what would they be and why? Which I think is such a, like, for what we've just been talking about reshuffling top fives and stuff. One game, one movie, one song. Not even an album.
Don't
one
even get a TV
song.
show. Don't even get an album. I get.
Yeah.
Okay. One movie. Revenge of the Sith.
Based.
I think it's the most rewatchable film that I enjoyed. Like, I can watch The Lighthouse and appreciate it. On the third watch on like one day, that'll probably get tiring. Whereas Revenge of the Sith is probably the only film I've watched where I'm like, I could rewatch that immediately and still love it. And
That's
I feel
a really good pick.
Yeah, I feel like that would be the best one for me to. Like, I could watch Revenge of the Sith time and time and time again and love it. I could watch it for the funnies. I could watch it for the serious story. I could watch it for the lore. Yeah. Like, you can watch it with a different head on your shoulders every time and get something different out of it. And I like that. It's rewatchable.
this might be recency bias, but I'm going to pick the first How to Train Your Dragon movie because it's a funny, wholesome, cute movie anyway. But you could also put it on in the background and just have like the voices in the soundtrack play, so you technically get like a soundtrack with it because the soundtrack's so good.
Clever. So I guess same applies for Revenge of the Sith, but clever. Yeah, I like that. Song,
and then one
think
song
I could pick
and one game.
any song that would not get annoying after multiple listens. I think any song that I don't care. This is I guess a hot take. I don't care what it is. I strongly believe that any song, no matter how good it is, will get annoying as fuck after repeat listens.
Yeah.
We're not talking about a film, repeat watching. This is like a 2-minute, 3-minute song.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd answer to that.
I want something chilled. I don't want something that's like really high energy. Something like Slim Pickens, I think, would be my kind of vibe I'd go for, because something like I want it to be more chilled. I couldn't listen to like an upbeat song on repeat, like a Juno. I couldn't listen to on repeat. I'd need something more chilled that you could listen to over and over again.
I'm trying to find like a good ass pick here because I can't think of a good one.
Or you pick like a musical theatre song, because a musical theatre song with multiple people singing in it, because then you could pick a certain person every time.
See, it's good thinking. Not sure if I'm on the same wavelength, but good thinking.
You pick like a Six or an XYs from Six the Musical.
And so I got
you've got 6 different people to choose from.
That's true. I'd go for the song "I Want You, She's So Heavy" by the Beatles, which is 7.5 minutes long, but it's also a brilliant song. So there's a little bit of that's not as repetitive. The other case I would make is I don't know of a specific example, but I would think a piece of classical music where the suite is half an hour long.
Yeah,
and it's one track.
Movie score. You could choose a movie score.
Could do. I don't have a specific answer for it. And then what was the other one? Like
and then film? One game.
One game. Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2 in a heartbeat.
That's fair.
Because I could just play that endlessly and never get bored. I think I love it.
I could go for like the awesome like strategic pick and say like Final Fantasy 14 because it's a live service game.
Right. Yeah.
You could go for something like that.
I'm
Star Wars Battlefront.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Single player
game. I don't even stranded on the desert island. I would not have finished the campaign. I wouldn't have even scratched the surface by the time I get fucking found or dead.
Skyrim.
Nah, Red Dead Redemption 2.
I pick Skyrim. Skyrim is a game where I've played it for God knows how many hundreds of hours and I've never completed the main story, which I think says a lot.
I think same. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. There we go.
That's a good question. I
thought that was a good question. I thought it was a good one from Twitter. We will move over to Discord where we asked.
Well, I've got some more on Twitter, you know.
Have we? Oh, I've not seen.
Go to the nostalgia bit post and look in the comments there. I think I got some notifications. So there might be some more there.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Hang on. Aha, we do.
There you
Here we go. From the boy, Josh Carr, my guy. With Peter Capaldi. I haven't seen this, but I haven't looked at anything from Glastonbury. I saw this briefly on Twitter.
Oh, is this about Peter Capaldi? Oh my god.
With Capaldi coming out with Franz Ferdinand on the other stage at Glasgow, following in the footsteps of Matt Smith and Orbital, what other Doctor Who actors would you like to see cameo on stage with other 2025 Glastonbury acts? I have not even seen the Glastonbury lineup.
I don't know about modern Glastonbury acts, right? Or ones that are on this year, but I would say like Ncuti Gatwa, Charlie XCX.
Dead ass, give me Ncuti Gatwa with Dochi. Dead ass, give me that.
Jodie Whittaker.
Genuinely.
Jodie Whittaker with Coldplay.
Fair. That's a really good one.
Chris Eccleston with Oasis.
Yes, very good one.
David Tennant with the Proclaimers is a fucking easy one, but yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, give me like David Tennant with C-Mac, because to see him do the take a sexy picture of me dance would be so funny.
I don't get it. I don't understand what the hype is around that woman. I saw her perform yesterday on Glastonbury and I was like...
She was one of the thingy support arcs at Sam
I was like, what is this? I was like, what am I watching now?
But
I don't even understand.
Dochi's Ncuti Gatwa would be because I think the vibe would be immaculate.
That vibe would be immaculate. I see that. That's my answer to that. The Peter Capaldi thing. Did you see? You need to watch it. I saw. Insane.
I've not seen the full clip, but I've seen the Twitter posts.
He sang. He got on stage and sang. Sunglasses, black suit with a red shirt. He looked like the 12th Doctor. And he's fully singing with Franz Ferdinand.
That's so funny.
It's so good. I wish they'd release an official cover, honestly.
From Armchair Observer on Twitter as well. What have you learned most about each other and yourselves by doing the podcast? My drives home from work on a Thursday listening to Nostalgia Bait are a weekly highlight.
Oh, that's sweet.
What have we learned about each other? Thank you very much.
I've learned
every week.
I've learned of how much of a hard worker you are. Because I think there's
goddamn right.
There's only there's only so much I think you can pull from some like how hardworking someone is until you've worked with them. And I don't think I've ever worked with you on a project that is like work. Yeah, okay, we've done filming stuff in the past, right? But like you'll help me on the day, I'll go away and piss about with it and what have you. But this is like a consistent project that we're both consistently working on.
Yeah.
I think that's something I've grown to know more about you, and something that I would say is a defining feature of your personality is your dedication and hardworking.
I think for me, for you,
it's gonna be
yours
awful.
No, it's how like understanding you are, like, because we are dedicated. Like, you are a hard fucking worker. Like, when you have your mind on something, you want to get it done. And I think, like, when I need time off or I'm going away and stuff, and we can, like, how flexible you are and how understanding you are of being like, okay, let's move this here, we can do this, we can do that. Like, when you give me the 4 weeks off and stuff like that kind of stuff, where I was like, I need some weekends to stay in Yorkshire, like, all that kind of stuff. Like, that's the biggest thing that I've taken away from us doing this. So
I think that's fair. I'm glad. I think it's something that you have to be, though. I'm not gonna be daft. Like, I knew that when we started this podcast, it's like very much a thing of like, there was a very strong reason as to why I was like, I'm 100% down, but I cannot commit to doing the editing because I know that I wouldn't have the time to do it. So I know how much of a strain that is.
Yeah.
So I have a heart. I'm not a complete prick. Like, I understand like that there will be times where you'll need that flexibility. Yeah. So yeah, I'm happy to move things around and stuff. Oh, that's both. It's kind of mental.
The stages of life, like start at university, now full time work. Like, it's crazy, like the stages that we've gone through.
Yeah, God, yeah, you were still at uni when we started.
Yeah,
God, that's
mental.
Crazy.
What have I gone through? Three backgrounds, I think, something like that. Yeah, exactly. Crazy, wild.
People have seen me decorate my room slowly over the span of the podcast. It's gone from a white box to like.
Yeah, literally.
Slats and shit. Yeah.
I believe that is all our questions for Twitter. Thank you
Thank you very much
for
those Twitter questions.
And we'll move over to a dedicated Discord community, which I love at the moment. It's been popping Discord off so much. We have a couple questions from a couple different people back and forth, but the first question from L, Dr. Master, GOAT, can we just say, who is once again featuring in the Just New story this week that I've completely pulled from Twitter that she sent me.
Featuring in it? Oh, God.
Who would you want to see play the Doctor? I'm going to hand this one over to you because I feel like my knowledge of this, I've seen so many floating around.
I don't have
Mine's just George. There we go. That's my answer.
That'd be so good. I think a Geordie Doctor would be great anyway, but yeah. So my answer to the whole who would you cast as the Doctor thing, I have two separate answers. One is I want someone who I don't know yet. I want someone I've never heard of. I want someone completely unknown. Because that's what happened with Matt Smith. I know Peter Capaldi had a career beforehand, but that was the same thing with Capaldi. I knew who Jodie was. I'd seen her in Broadchurch. I knew who Shooty was. I'd seen him in Sex Education. I think this goes in hand with my second point, which is I have people who I don't want to be the Doctor. I don't ever want Richard Ayoade to play the Doctor. I don't ever want Eddie Redmayne to play the Doctor. The only reason people say Richard Ayoade is because he's geeky and nerdy, but Richard Ayoade plays one character. He plays Richard Ayoade in everything he does. He plays the awkward geeky side. He can't do the emotional acting side. He can't do that. The Doctor is a character that needs so much range. I can't understand anyone who looks at Richard Ayoade and goes, that's the perfect archetype for the Doctor. It's not. You need the most range, and he has got the most limited range. He's a comedian, and he says this himself. He's talked about it. He says he doesn't want to do it. And So stop fucking fan casting him. He'd be shit. He knows he'd be shit. We know he'd be shit. Stop doing it. He hasn't got range. Eddie Redmayne has got range. But the only reason people want to see Eddie Redmayne play the Doctor is because he basically played the fucking Doctor in Fantastic Beasts. He was just Matt Smith. He just had a long coat, a bow tie, a fucking magic wand, and the floppy hair and this sort of like waving hands Matt Smith aesthetic. It was made a few years after Matt Smith had left Doctor Who. It was clearly inspired by it. That's the only reason people saw it. I went to see Fantastic Beasts in cinema when it came out when I was younger, and I thought, oh, it's a bit kind of Matt Smithy. This is really cool. I didn't think he should now be the Doctor, because we've already fucking had that. He was called Matt Smith.
Yeah.
I have people I would rather, like, the massive, massive celebrities. Oh, that'd be a perfect Doctor. Like, Gillian Anderson. Yeah, she'd be a great one-off Doctor. We don't need massive, massive names attached to it, though. I think the way it works is how it always has. Like, David Tennant was very, very unknown before Doctor Who.
Yeah.
He does Doctor Who.
Well,
now
I've always said that
massively.
Shooty is the first Doctor. Shooty is the first Doctor that I didn't know beforehand. Or that I knew beforehand, if that makes sense. Yeah. So that's the first that I'd heard of.
So for me, I haven't got any names that I would like to see play the Doctor. I think that, like, any name that I say is already someone who is too well known because I know about them. So it's like, if we know who it is, they're too big to play the Doctor. I think it needs to be someone low-key, lesser known, someone with a lot of promise, but not... You know, like how Adolescents, right? When they made Adolescents, they hired some kid who'd done, like, acting school, but had never gone to any big college or anything like that. He was a young lad from a council estate who had a dream in acting and wanted to do it. And he played it in a different way. It was super authentic. It was super interesting. That's kind of what I would like to see, whether that be the Doctor or the companion. I don't care. Like, I just think that's the kind of thing we should be looking at. Someone maybe slightly younger, but someone who's sort of less known or experienced.
Yeah.
And if you're going to get someone older, go to someone who's already peaked in their career. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think you need something like that.
Yeah. The other question from L is, what's your guilty pleasure film/TV show? I can give you both.
Go on.
Guilty pleasure film, Pitch Perfect 2. I love that. I love that movie so much. And my guilty pleasure show is probably Big Bang Theory. Because I know everyone says it's shit, but I fucking adore that show.
I forgot about that shit. I forgot that was in your TV show list.
That would be fine.
I don't know if I have any guilty. This is the thing, and this was the thing of talking about being like always being productive and working. Yeah, is I genuinely do not sit down and watch TV or films other than like when I'm watching something good. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm rewatching Breaking Bad at the minute. Like me and my girlfriend are watching a new episode every dinner time. We're sitting down and we're watching an episode with food. That's the routine. Guilty pleasure for me would probably be like real crap reality TV. Like, I'm talking like, did you ever watch that? I don't particularly want to talk too much about it, but did you ever watch that Virgin Island that was on like Channel 4?
Get that shit out of here. No.
It was the most insane, funniest shit I've ever seen. And it's like, that's the kind of thing, like guilty pleasure to stick on in the background while I'm playing my Switch or just on my phone that I can just rot and have it on in the background and watch it.
The other one for me was, do you remember Big Ed, the memes? The guy who was on the dating show who did.
Yeah.
What, I can't remember what that TV show was called, but
neither.
That show, I watched that full season that he was in before it became a meme. That was a proper guilty pleasure for me when that was airing, because it was fantastic.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Virgin Island was funny. I don't know what else. Big Brother, I guess, because it's crap.
Yeah,
but I enjoy it when it's on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. Like Naked Attraction before it got cancelled. Every now and then you just go, stick an episode on. Just put it on in the background. You know what it is? It's not because I'm like, I want to see people naked. I like, what I find the funniest thing about that show is the presenter is batshit. Sorry, there's a dog barking very loudly in the background. If you can hear that. Brilliant. I don't live in Gotham City, I promise. It's not that the presenter's mental, but they always bring on someone's fucking grandma. And she's always like really overtly like randy on TV, and it's like someone fucking collect their nan. Honestly, it is so funny to me. Again, background rot while I'm playing my Switch.
The thing that interests me the most about that show is I would love to have been a fly on the wall for that for that pitch meeting.
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
I've got this idea for a show.
I don't know how they got it off the ground. And the same thing with Virgin Island. That is mental.
I feel like it's all these stuff Virgin, all that stuff. Like, what was it? What was the other one? What was the other one? It was like the Celibacy Island or something, where they got a load of horny people and put them on an island and were like, you can't do anything.
No, there's that one. There's another one now, which is like Orgy Island or something, and there's
yes,
couples
it's all
in a castle.
these ones.
It's weird. It's I don't understand.
This is all because of like Naked Attraction and stuff like that. And Love Island. Like,
it's
but again, like
weird.
all these like these pitch meetings, I'd love to be a fly on the wall to see
it's really
be
strange.
Like, guys, I've done it. I've got the best idea in the world. Like, next question from Ethan DJC on Discord. What piece of media would you say has had the biggest emotional impact on your lives?
Oh,
and then if YouTube didn't exist, what do you think you'd be doing now?
Touching grass. Well, there's two parts now. So what piece of
media would you say has had the biggest emotional impact on your lives?
I mean, this sounds really daft, but it probably has to be Doctor Who, doesn't it? As a piece of media,
that's fair.
I think it's influenced me from a young age in terms of emotion, in terms of friendship and relationship and a lot of core values.
Yeah,
that I think you sort of look back and go, that's you brought upon.
Yeah,
I've said things accidentally quoting Doctor Who without realizing. That sounds really ridiculous, but I've said things in serious circumstances where I'm like actually emotional or something like that, where I'm like, oh, that's actually a quote from Doctor Who, and I must be somewhat sapping off that as I grew up, you know.
Mine would probably be Naruto, because even though I discovered it later on, like when I was like 15, 16, it was kind of like the show that I was like, you know what, I enjoy this show, like I don't need to try and hide who I am and that I watch this kind of stuff. That's like sweet. I'm not being funny, I'm sitting watching with a One Piece t-shirt on today, like it was like that kind of thing. I'm like it was around that time where you are very like influenced, and it was that time where like everyone wants to be cool and hip and like you're in like the like those like middle school years, and I was like, you know what, I don't really care anymore. Like
you slowly realise that actually means nothing, and it's crazy how that completely affects your confidence when you're like out the other end of that. As someone who really struggled with through school, like confidence wise, like I had my circles of people who I was friends with and comfortable with. Like in front of a lot of people, I wouldn't be myself. I'd be very quiet. I'd be very switched off. And it's crazy how like getting out the other side of that. Now I work full time in an office, and I can talk to like anyone, and I'm myself, and I'm unapologetically myself, and you know, that's what a nice feeling to have, to just kind of that. That's nice. I like that. That's a good answer. What was the other question from that?
The other part of it was, if YouTube didn't exist, what do you think you'd be doing now? Touching grass.
Touching grass. Yeah. We'd probably. Thing is, I don't think it's like YouTube necessarily. Like YouTube is a platform that enables creative interests, and I think that the creative interests are always there. I think if YouTube didn't exist, we'd be doing the podcast on Spotify. Do you know what I mean? Like it's the same. It's the same thing. Or we'd. If YouTube didn't exist at all, I probably never would have got into it. But I would have found another creative outlet. I probably would have still made. I made a lot of home videos when I was younger, like daft skits and stuff. Like I still had an interest. Like there'd be I thought I'd have done something else. That.
Yeah, cool.
Next question.
Next question. What is the oldest from DCS Media? What is the oldest film you've seen?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question.
Because you can filter it by films
the top of my head is probably It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, you might be for me as well, you know. Sort by
1946 is probably.
Oldest film I've seen is... when did It's a Wonderful Life come out?
1946.
Really? Okay, I've seen a film called The Goat, which is a Buster Keaton comedy from 1921.
Oh wow,
that's very, very old. It's not a very long film. I really it's like 23 minutes, but it was one that I'd just seen people talking about, and I was like, I'm gonna watch it. It's on YouTube because it's like the copyright's expired on it. There's also a bunch of Stanley Kubrick films from the 50s that I've watched: Flying Padre, Day of the Fight. Classics like Psycho and Dr. No, like the original Bond film. They're all like sort of 60s, but Earliest one for me is The Goat. Probably then It's a Wonderful Life would be second.
Yeah. From Ethan DGC again, you've been tasked to make an advert for hand soap. How would you do it and go about it?
The fuck? What's a strange question?
Straight away, I would make it the most erotic thing possible because it would catch on.
It would sell.
Because
and it
all
would get
press is good
about.
press.
I was 100%. Yeah, no, it's like that's the sort of thing that would do really well on TikTok. It would need to be. If you ever, I don't know if people will find it on YouTube, but there is an Alan Partridge skit where he interviews someone about the correct way to wash hands, right? He's sort of watching it. He's sort of sat there with like an actual person who's taking it through.
Yeah.
And then she's showing like an instructional video. And then he's like, "These are your hands." And she goes, yeah. And he's like, God damn. It's sort of like it's a really horrible implication, but it's really funny. And that's the kind of thing I'm thinking. It's like, it's got to just be, it sounds really horrible, but it's got to be like very soapy, kind of like lots of just fleshy sounds and movements. Yeah,
because it sells and it would catch on and it would,
because 100%. People will go on TikTok and go like, what the fuck is this soap advert?
Yeah. And then that's exactly it sells.
Hand soap, that would sort of work.
Sells.
Like really close up of just like skin moving and then slowly zoom out to someone washing their hands.
Yeah.
And then
and it's Lionel Messi.
Their hands are shut. Yeah. Oh, sorry?
And it's Messi. You just pick like a celebrity. It's just like some random celebrity.
It's Messi, sure. That would be good. The tagline could be "Not Messi anymore," maybe something like that.
Good.
Look at
Very
this.
good.
Look.
Very good. Not dirty, just messy, something like that.
Yeah, that's it. There you go. See, that's great. That's really good. Oh, good. God.
Very
Why
good.
are we talking about this?
That's a really good question. That was a really, really good question.
Yeah.
Elle has asked, what is your favourite type of cheese? You're going to have to answer this because I don't like cheese.
What? How do you not like cheese?
This is common knowledge. I couldn't just eat cheese.
Melted?
Like, on like pizza and shit like that, yeah, fine. But I'm not just going to go and eat like a cheese board. Like, it's my worst nightmare. Not worst nightmare, but...
Oh, man.
Nah.
I used to not like cheese.
I'm young.
And I've since grown up.
Yeah.
Your taste buds changed.
Older.
You might want to try.
Yeah.
Look, I've always hated sweet corn, and now I eat corn on the cob. So look what's happening.
Really?
To me. Yeah, I used to hate sweet corn, but cheese. No, I used to hate cheese. I used to like melted cheese, not cheese.
String cheese.
I love a camembert. I can't lie. I really love a camembert. You like camembert?
I know what it is.
What? Sorry.
I know what camembert. I thought you were looking at me like as if I didn't.
Have
know
you
what
had
camembert
camembert?
was.
Have you tried? Have you?
Yeah, I know what camembert. Yeah.
Have you had it though? Have you eaten it?
Yeah.
So you like
No,
it?
not for me. No.
What?
No, not for me.
Baked camembert, caramelized onion chutney right in the middle of it, like toasted sort of garlic bread, just sweeping it up. I am the man. I actually have to admit, I love a camembert, but I would also eat all of the skin of the camembert when you've got all the gooey cheese out. I would eat the skin as well. I love it. I love camembert. It's very, very nice. It can get a bit much, but as a little treat or at Christmas, it's very nice. Don't mind
like
brie.
My worst nightmare.
I'm all right with Stilton as well. You know, I don't mind a bit of blue
Yeah.
cheese. I quite like the taste of it on a cracker. And then cheddar. You could just say cheddar because that's what's on every pizza.
It's like mozzarella, isn't it?
Mozzarella as well is good.
Yeah.
Mozzarella's very nice. You know your cheeses for a man who doesn't like cheese.
Well, yeah, because my family eat it all the time. I know my camemberts, I know my Stiltons.
Yeah, cheese is great. Cheese is the best. For real. Cheese is great.
Grommets.
I love cheese. Cheese.
Were you a Baby Bell man when you were growing up?
Not a fucking chance. I hate it.
You know,
I told you, as a kid,
when I went
hated
to uni,
cheese strings, Baby Bells, fucking Laughing
when
Cow.
When I was at uni, I forgot about Laughing Cow. That's a deep cut.
Yeah.
When I was at uni, there was a lad who used to get Baby Bells, and you know the wax on that side of Baby Bells. Mm-hmm. We had a bowl in our kitchen of just Baby Bell wax.
That is very uni-coded.
Like literally, it was like, yeah.
That's
actually got through out, but
disgusting.
Yeah, it didn't survive. But
I just melted it down and turned it into a candle.
Well, yeah, that's what we were going to try and do. On a side note, Elle said White Chicks movie review suggestion.
I think
is White Chicks controversial?
Yes, I think it's a good film.
It was.
It's a good film. I think. I think we'd struggle to review it without shitting ourselves over potentially cancelling ourselves for something. Yeah, I just think it's a film that is. It's such a tricky film. It's such a tricky film. It's a funny film and it's an iconic one of its time. Do you know anything about it?
Is it two black guys who dress as white girls? It's
two black cops who dress as white girls.
I've never seen this. If it's not
for like some sort of mission. It has some iconic bits in it. It is very funny. It just is one of those ones where it's like, I don't know if we'd ever do a dedicated review of White Chicks on Nostalgia Bit. Personally.
Be a wild thumbnail.
Yeah. Jesus Christ! Don't even want to think of the thumbnail. Don't even want to think of that.
George is gonna go away and come up with the exact thumbnail down. Like, we have to do this now. You're like, I've got to make it now. I've had the vision.
No.
Moving swiftly on. Phonebox has also asked what's our guilty pleasure film or shows, which we've answered, and has also asked what's the weirdest moment that you've had together. Is there anything off the top of your head that springs to mind?
Weird.
Yeah, we've had some funny moments together.
Weird? I don't know about weird. I think weird.
I think the weirdest ones are probably when we used to record in the tiny room with the green screen and we were like that far apart from each other.
Yeah, when I had to like pretend to be the doctor and you're like
and I was there with the camera.
Yeah, that's why we record on Discord now, so we don't have to sit face to face.
Yeah.
Scarred us between those videos. No, I don't think there's any weird things I can think of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not off the top of my head. I'll have a think. There'll be something.
Very uninteresting.
There will be something. Phonebox has also asked, what show haven't you seen that you'd really like to?
Oh,
basically,
The Sopranos.
What show haven't I got round to watching?
The Sopranos or Severance, because everyone's telling me to watch it, and I've watched 2 episodes of it and then never went back to it. So I really want to watch that at some point.
Severance.
I love Severance is the new one that's on Apple TV. So it's got 2 series out. Yeah, it's the one that's like really like viral at the minute. I love the 2 episodes that I saw. For some reason, just never found the time to get back to it. So I'd like to properly watch that at some point.
Yeah. What show that I haven't seen would I like to watch? I mean, I should probably say, for George's sake, say Westworld Season 4 and Andor Season 2.
No, Andor Season 2. I like Westworld.
George's sanity.
Andor Season 2.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
Andor Season 2, I definitely want to watch and get round to now that I finish work. I want to do some of the big ones.
You're not doing this again. You did this with Andor Season 1 for like 4 years.
No, I will. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul.
Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, you'll love. I'm obsessed with that at the minute again, and it's incredible.
Yeah, they would probably be my go-to answers currently.
Pretty good answers, to be fair.
Also, another suggestion for an episode is The Good Place review. Like, you watch the whole show at some point and then do a review. I've heard that's a very good show.
I've heard of it. I
think my girlfriend watched that.
It's a comedy series, and it's 4 seasons long. So you never know. I would never say never, but it's hard. For me, I find it quite hard to get into a new show when I've not heard much about it. And I think it's being the first, it's hard to go, yeah, sure, we'll do an episode about that. I'll always say never, because you never know.
Yeah.
But I mean, we haven't been able to do our Andor Season 2 review yet, and we're both Star Wars fans. So,
next question. From Funbox, what are your goals for the next 5 years, and how would you describe yourself in 3 words?
Oh, right. The 5 years one. That's a good one. Do you want to go first on that?
My goal, so 5 years' time, I'll be 28. My goal for the next 5 years is I would like to, at an absolute minimum, be a unit manager in a locations department and have done more bigger jobs. Done your Marvel and your Star Wars, and to have unit managed a lot more smaller jobs, like crime dramas and stuff that I do in the Northeast and Yorkshire and stuff. That is my immediate goal, and I've said that to a lot of people, that my immediate goal with work is to be unit manager, and then we don't know what will happen after that of where I'll end up. So
for those who don't know film production as much, what is a unit manager?
Yeah, so basically I work in the locations department, which is essentially like you organize the locations and you go and find the locations and you look after the locations. A unit manager is kind of like a subsection of that. It's kind of like an attachment where you are more further away from the locations, but you basically organize all the logistics surrounding it. So where's all your crew going to park? Where's all your cast going to park? Where are you going to, where your cast going to get ready and get their makeup done in the morning? Where are they going to be during the day? Like all that kind of stuff. Making sure that your costume department have everything they need, making sure your makeup department have everything they need, like all that kind of stuff. Like basically everything surrounding whenever you go and shoot on location, essentially.
That's really good.
That's my immediate goal.
Love that.
Yeah.
For me, 5 years from now, I'll be 29 and I'll be rapidly approaching 30. So my aim.
So what do you want to do by 30?
Yeah, pretty much. In my mind, what I've always wanted to do by 30 is to have a script commissioned by like a proper like industry, whether that be like the BBC, Channel 4, something like that, like for a series, for a film, for I don't know, or a production company, I don't know, something small like that. I'm very passionate about my writing and the sort of background, and I'm very keen to, by that point, have written enough where I could pitch stuff and be involved in that. But again, it's luck of the draw, and you either get your break or you don't, and I'm aware of that. Professionally, I would like to have made. At least, I would like to have directed, I would say between now and then, 3 short films, or pilots, whatever. The upcoming film being one of those. But I'd like to sort of still aim to do more in the future and still kind of work out a direction for that. Just get more involved with filmmaking. And then professionally, in terms of like the industry I'm working in, is just keep sort of like without talking about my jobs, because I can't with you can sort of generalize, because you can kind of you can kind of talk about roles. So I work in like YouTube channel management for a company that like produces content. So I would like to be. I'd like to progress much further in that field and in that business of entertainment and production of entertainment, to be like, whether that be to YouTube, whether that be more of a production side of things. I'd like to advance my career in that direction, meanwhile doing the fun creative stuff outside of work, like making my own films, like doing that. So that it's just, for me, it's all about being happy. And I think I'd like to be financially comfortable. I'd like to be financially comfortable enough where I can fund my films, that I can develop these things, and just that's a very waffly answer. Usually I've got a very good pre-prepared answer, but today it's all about the films. I'm very passionate, and when we've got the film that's coming out, that we're making it at the end of this year, when that's out, when the other projects that we're working on, when that's made, it's like, that's the kick up the arse, I think, to sort of, for me, to get more into that and to see how that production goes. And depending on how I feel after that, that'll be my sort of direction going forward. I've already got an idea for a film or TV show pilot. Feature film or TV show pilot that I would like to develop, because I think it's got legs. But that needs to be begun, that needs to be started and worked off. But
let's rest something to bed before you go on to that one.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like I want to get the 2 ongoing film projects we've got at the minute. I want to get them done. Yeah. Before I start thinking, or at least one of them done, and then I could start writing another and feel justified. Yeah. But just write more and get more experience, and just, so long as I'm getting a good amount of experience and I'm financially comfortable, that's all I want. And very to not be dead by 30, that would be nice.
Yeah, that would be very nice. Next question from Phonebox is your favourite Dua Lipa song?
Houdini's the only one I know.
Okay, I'm going to check this before I Did Dua Lipa do the training season at Royal Albert Hall? Is that her?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you never seen this? Hang on. I hope this is her. Yeah. You need to find this video. Dua Lipa she does a song called Training Seasons where she did a version at the Royal Albert Hall, and it's fucking incredible.
Okay.
You need to watch that. That is my answer. That is
cool. That might be Houdini's the only song I know of hers. Really, I'm not a big Dua Lipa listener. So,
from Cam_YC, what did you think of the Squid Game ending? I've not seen any of Squid Game, and I'm proud to say that I've not seen any of Squid Game.
And I'm proud also to say that I have no interest in it. I've heard it's good. I've never watched any of it. I just never been that interested, and I think now it's become so washed.
I find it mad that they got 3 seasons out of it. Crazy.
I'm sure it's good. Like, I've heard it's good.
Yeah.
I have no interest in watching it, to be honest. Maybe some.
I've not even seen the ending. I've not seen anything about the ending.
It's just come out, I think, media. As of recording.
Has
it? The season 3 ending.
Yeah. Fair. If you could, from Ben Byers, if you could pick any supporting character from the Star Wars universe who hasn't already had a spin-off show of their own to receive the full Andor treatment, who would it be?
Oh, man.
I don't know, not a specific name, but I would love to see some sort of Empire or Imperial officer or general get some sort of spin-off show. Like, to see more in-depth of the Empire side of things, to see how the management works, to see how the fear and the kind of, belittling works within the Empire. I think would be quite interesting.
We've seen it with Andor, though, do you not think? Like, a little bit, I mean...
Yeah, I guess so.
For those of us who have seen Season 2, anyway. I would say... you'll like a response to that. I'd say, Poe Dameron, but I think it would be too similar to Andor. I think it would be too similar, but yeah. I would love to see his character develop more. Other characters. Darth Plagueis?
Based. Fucking renew Acolyte, please.
Palpatine.
I beg.
In his sort of younger days, maybe?
Yeah. The youngest. Even Yoda. Younger Yoda.
Yeah. Just a puppet, though, isn't it? I don't know how you could do that.
I guess so, yeah.
That. I think something along those lines. I don't know. There are very big characters in the world, but I think the Andor treatment... Windu? I'm just not interested in Windu. I just don't care for him. He's a Jedi. He's cool, but what does that enhance? Right, that's what Andor does. Andor enhances.
I wouldn't want a Jedi. I wouldn't want
because Andor enhances Rogue One and the original trilogy so much. It makes it better.
Yeah, that's true.
In retrospect, so you have to think about that. So Poe Dameron, I think he's sort of he's a main character, but he's sort of a minor main character in the sequels. Imagine if he has this parent backstory anyway with being a smuggler or whatever, which is weird anyway. But they could definitely do something with that, and there's stories to be told there. And Oscar Isaac's a brilliant actor. Not that he would ever come back to do anything like that. Palpatine is a fascinating character. You could definitely build up more of that thread of
the whole
power
story by doing. Something like that, yeah.
I just don't want to do
the Plagueis one's a good one.
Plagueis as well, that's just more of a joke. We need an Acolyte season 2. That's all we need.
Yeah. But then I guess if you did a Plagueis one, if you did a Palpatine one, you'd probably have Plagueis stuff in it as well.
Exactly. That's where I'd probably draw it. Yeah. I could definitely see
Rule of 2. That'd be a fantastic show.
Yeah.
Rule of 2 show. Be amazing.
Yeah, 100%.
Favorite Lewis Capaldi song and favorite George Ezra song.
I don't really listen to either. I can't lie.
George Ezra has done ones that I can't think of the name of them. And the other one is Cooper. Would you ever watch? Yes, that one. Cooper, would you ever watch Torchwood? And to that I say, next question.
Would you though?
I think
it's tricky, isn't it? It's really tricky because you don't want to. Yeah.
We all know, if it's from the fucking 70+ episodes we've done, I'm terrible at watching TV shows. It's fucking the most apparent thing in the world. I think if I enjoyed what it would take is to have a season of Doctor Who that completely takes me over. It is, it's the only thing I think about 24/7, and I'm desperate to have more of it. That's what it would take for me to watch Torchwood.
So it's like Game of Thrones. You'd need it to almost hook you, where you're like, I need to immediately watch House of the Dragon, like straight after.
I need something that makes me go, I need to know more about. And to be honest, rewatching the stuff like the Captain Jack stuff has a potential to do that. I need something like...
Yeah. The thing is it's a tricky one because I'm completely with you. I'd rather you focus on Doctor Who. I'd much rather you focus on Doctor Who. Torchwood is fun, but I'd much rather you focus on rewatching Doctor Who of that era.
Yeah, I feel like maybe Legend of the Sea Devils, not Legend of the Sea Devils, but War Between Land and Sea. Maybe that would do it.
You probably want to watch that.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I will watch that, but like something like that, like for something of that style to be so good that has links to the unit and the Torchwood side of it, like to have that and be like, oh my god, like I need more. That's what it would be.
Torchwood has some like ups and downs. I would say it's worth it for Children of Earth. Children of Earth is probably one of the best drama things to come out of Doctor Who ever, I think. But it's like you also have to watch 2 seasons of Torchwood prior to that, and I love Torchwood, but it's a tricky one because you want that you want to get dragged into it, but then also it's like if you want that interconnectivity and you want that sort of like to watch it in chronological order, then you sort of need to be watching Torchwood season 1 before the end of Doctor Who series 3, and then Torchwood series 2 before you finish Doctor Who series 4, and it's like you're not going to want to do that. So I almost think you should wait until you've got through the first maybe 4 series of Doctor Who and see if it's the kind of vibe you'd want to delve into. Because you get plenty of Torchwood stuff in Doctor Who, like references to that. If you're interested as to these connections, then you can always go back and explore it. But like again,
exactly.
I think it's for you. It's priorities in check. Like Doctor Who.
I know for me, it would take for something like, and there's a chance like the David Tennant one's not seen years. Like it would take something to be incredible and me to like I need more of this. Like that's what would take me to watch Torchwood. That's why I watch Rebels. That's why a lot of the Star Wars stuff happened. Like I probably wouldn't have watched Rebels if it wasn't for all the Ahsoka Mandalorian stuff and me being like, I just need to know more. The Game of Thrones books, it's the exact same situation. There's so many different things, games, all that kind of stuff. There's so many things where it takes for me to be fully
you're getting back
obsessed and invested. Absolutely. I enjoyed the first season so much.
Are you started on the second series yet, or are you kind of taking your time?
We watched the first episode of the second season of series
New
2.
Earth or
New watch Christmas Invasions, New Earth. Christmas Invasions was obviously when we watched part of series 1, but so seen Christmas Invasions and New Earth watched the other week. But again, I've been away. I'm back now, so it's just as and when really. I'm not rushing through because I'm watching with my girlfriend, so it's kind of just as and when.
As and when, exactly. It's got to be that way. Cool.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
That is the end of our questions today. That's it. That was really nice. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, we got quite a few questions. We'll definitely have to do a Q&A again when we do a Shoot the Shit, because I feel like
definitely
there's actually people who will want to ask questions now. So that's good. Cool. That's great.
Shall we move on to our final dedicated section of the podcast? The most consistent
of course we can.
Part of our podcast is Just News. This week, again, thank you, Elle. Dr. Master on Twitter.
Elle, Dr. Master,
the goat who provides. I'm pretty sure I would be when we get to this Just News. I honestly reckon most of them's going to be hers, if not all.
Oh, this Just News like best
when
of
we get
comp?
to this Just News best of comp.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll have to put a little note on it saying shout out.
We'll just do a thank you. We'll put a thank you in there.
Yeah.
Cool.
But thank you, the goat. From BBC News, Scottish kebab pie crowned UK pie of pies.
Wait. What? Why the fuck is this the first time I'm hearing it?
Do you need me to repeat the title? Scottish kebab pie crowned UK pie of pies.
Oh, man. I'll let you
Christine
read it.
And Paul Boyle from Bogle Butchers with their winning pies at the 2025 British Pie Awards.
They just look like
at them.
pies.
They are so proud.
They are. He's really proud. She looks a bit scared.
Yeah, she looks a little bit scared. I mean, a Scottish Butcher's kebab pie has taken the top spot as pie of pies at the British Pie Awards.
Okay.
The fusion pie made from Bogle Butchers of Bathgate in West Lothian. That is a cool ass name for a place.
West Lothian sounds like a Star Wars planet. Yeah.
Well, Lothal, basically, was crowned supreme champion at the end of Melton Mowbray, Leicestershire. The awards hosted in the home of the pork pie, so the unique pie beat 900 entries from across the UK.
Can we just...
Wow.
Do you like pork pie? I presume you don't.
I don't know actually.
Do you like sausage rolls?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. I'm from Newcastle, man. How?
You should try. Do you like? You should try pork pie if you haven't.
I should probably try pork.
Do you know what you shouldn't
probably
do?
Enjoy a pork pie.
Don't have a big one. Have the small ones.
Get the little ones.
The little ones are the ones because it's got the best.
Yeah.
It's got the best pork to pastry ratio. As opposed to the big one, where it's just like a ridiculous amount of meat and like a really thin layer of pastry. It's too much. But the little one,
stodge.
And if you want a little another little hint, little teaser, Christmas time, Tesco, and they do a cranberry pork pie, and that is the best pork pie I think I might have eaten.
Okay.
Second would probably be just the general year-round co-op pork pie.
Yeah. Where would you recommend buying your pork pie from if I'm going to go and buy one after this episode?
Co-op.
Go to the co-op and get
co-op
pork pie.
And it's in like a sort of red packaging, see-through red packaging, and you got like a pack of 4 or like 6 mini pork pies. Don't get like a barbecue pork pie. Don't get like a fucking daft one with pickles in it. Just a normal pork pie. And it is like it's a sausage roll, but in a pie pastry as opposed to like a sort of puff pastry.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and get pork pie for this.
I'm kind of craving one now. Okay.
I'm hungry reading this. Among them were a chicken tikka pie. That sounds nice.
Ooh, wait, that does sound nice.
Wait, what? A pie flour salmon chai matcha.
Yeah, I can see why that one didn't win. Idiots. Wow. Ridiculous.
A Caribbean-style jerk spice turkey pie.
That sounds nice.
With cranberry sauce and butternut.
Oh, that does sound...
With cranberry sauce and a butternut and Malabar pie. That sounds good as well.
Sounds nice as well.
Christine and Paul Boyle's award-winning pie has a doner kebab filling made from chicken, beef, and a chili marinade with sweet chili sauce. Oh my god.
Come on, man.
The couple of Bogle Butchers take the title of Supreme Champion from Middleton and Teesdale Fish and Chip Shop, which won with its minted Wensleydale lamb and potato pie last year. That sounds good as well.
That sounds horrible.
Mr. Boyle told BBC Scotland he cried after winning. I couldn't get my words out. I've never been emotional like that. We've been working at becoming champion since 2009. We are absolutely delighted, he said.
What the fuck? Why have we got a proper wholesome Just News story?
He said he was absolutely flabbergasted when he heard his family butcher, which opened 50 years ago, had won. I was shaking with emotion and finally regained my composure so I could speak to accept the award, he added. His daughter, Marisha Boyle, 45, helped him make the pie. They decided to make it after young customers started asking them to make a pie with kebab meat.
Hang on.
What are you going to say?
It doesn't look very nice, does it?
I was just about to say this.
Oh man, hang on.
The inside doesn't look great.
Hang on, doner kebab filling.
Yeah.
Made from chicken, beef. That's fine. Chicken and beef? No! It needs to be lamb. What the fuck? Chicken and beef? A chicken, fair enough. Yeah, chicken kebab.
Yeah.
Beef? Who are we? Fucking German doner kebab? Get the lamb out. And chili marinade and sweet chili sauce is fine. It's probably the sweet chili sauce that's making it glisten.
It
looks like raw mince.
I thought that.
It looks like raw mince. Do you know, like, when you look at something and you're like, that actually doesn't look right? It's like, I don't know. What's a good example off the top of my head? It's like, I don't know. If you found Nutella on your toilet seat and you licked it, it would taste nice. It would taste like Nutella. But you wouldn't want to lick it, would you?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because it looks like shit. That's the problem, right? That's the thing here.
I know what you mean. Yes. He said, we had to develop it for the English market for the competition because they loved short crust pastry. We used the same recipe we use in our shop, but did it in a short crust pastry, and the judges were absolutely delighted with it. Senior judge Mike Holling described the kebab pie as an excellent overall bake and presentation, amazing pastry, a filling which was tasty and well seasoned that definitely had the wow factor.
Honestly, I would try it. I would absolutely try it.
Absolutely.
It's an award-winning pie.
Following their win, the Supreme Champions will be invited to Japan to
Japan?
showcase the winning pie as part of British Food Week in October as their Hankyu department store in Osaka. This year, the judging panel included representatives from Selfridges, M&S, and Upmarket department store, Fortnum and Mason, as well as food writers, a Great British Bake Off winner, chefs, and pie experts. George, pie expert, you could bake it on this panel. This could be your new niche.
About what I wanted to be in 5 years.
In 5 years,
I'd like to be a pie expert.
Pie expert. Pies have been with around since the Middle Ages, when they were called coffins. At that time, the poor ate pies made from the entrails of venison, which are called umbles. Hence the expression "to eat umble pie."
Wow. You know what? I quite like that. This pie, although it maybe tastes fantastic, and pretty, whatever.
Yeah.
They've clearly designed it in a sort of authentic way, based off the looks of the entrails of venison, because that's true. What it makes me think when I'm looking at it.
Matthew O'Callaghan, chairman of Melton Pork Pie Association and host of the British Pie Award, said, "The pie is Britain's most important contribution to world food heritage." I'd argue Greg's, but I'll let that slide. The British eat over 1 billion pounds of pies every year.
Wow.
Hot, cold, sweet, savoury, and now gluten-free, vegan fusions,
Hot,
etc.
cold, sweet, savoury, cream. The British love pies.
These awards celebrate the skills and... How the fuck do you say that word?
Which word? Ingenuity.
Ingenuity of all those involved in pie making, from traditional recipes to more exotic creations. It's been wonderful to be immersed in the collected passion for pies. Traditional British fare often showcased with a modern twist. Can I just say, I'm surprised it's taken this long for them to do a kebab pie.
Well, no, someone's probably done it. I reckon it's the
just
first
never
to
had
win it.
Yeah.
Kebab pie.
I would
What's
have
your
it.
favourite kind of pie, Cooper?
Corned beef pie. My nana's corned beef pie.
Oh, see, I was going to take the piss. No, I can't, because you said it's your nana's. Well done.
The most goated shit on this earth.
Good save.
Like, it is the best. It is the best.
I just think...
A nana's corned beef pie.
I just like a pot pie, mate. I can't.
A cranberry.
No. My grandma makes a good mince pie. Like a
Yeah. Not like a Christmas mince pie.
Not a Christmas mince pie, like a beef mince pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like a good steak pie as well. Like
steak and ale.
Yeah. The butchers in our local village does a very good steak pie. To not dox where we are, but they do a very good steak pie. Very good steak pie.
So conscious not to dox.
Anyway,
there we are.
Thank you for watching this episode of Nostalgia Vid. If you've enjoyed and you're listening on Spotify, make sure to leave us a hearty 5-star review. It really, really, really does help. And leave a comment about whatever we've just... To be fair, we have been the ringer of this episode.
Tell us below, what is your favourite pie?
Exactly, your favourite pie.
Tell us below your favourite pie.
If you're on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to the Nostalgia Debate channel, as we are on the road to 500 subscribers, and leave a like and a comment as well. Make sure to check out TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all of the above, and we will see you next week for whatever we have planned.
I think if this...
Well, I don't actually know what it is.
If this goes out on time, it'll be a Fantastic Four review.
Oh, okay.
If not, who knows? Maybe that's already out. Who knows? Who cares?
Possibly. Who cares?
See you later.
See you next week.